Caitlin Clark has been to a lot of basketball games this offseason. And, I'm not going to do a video or haven't done a video every time she shows up at any game, or else I'd be doing a video around every Butler game. She's been at every Butler game. Obviously, she's been to several Pacers games in the offseason. She made a pretty highly publicized appearance. I think it was the Suns and the Warriors at that game. Obviously, she's talked about growing the women's game, which she's had a huge role in doing so, the biggest role anyone's ever had in doing so. But I thought this was kind of cool. Caitlin Clark and her boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, show up to support the Mad Ants, the Indiana G League team. And that's not something you see too often from high-profile stars, or maybe you just don't see it publicized as much because they're not as big as stars. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, kind of cool to see because it shows not only is she continuing to support the sport and is just a huge basketball fan in general, but is supporting the local teams as well, the teams that use the same facilities as the Fever and the Pacers. And of course, she supported the Pacers on many occasions, and she supported Butler because of her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was there at the Mad Ants game with her. You can see them there in a not so packed house, which is part of the point here, right? That it's not the place to be, not the place to be seen. And I'm sure Clark prefers not to be seen and showed on screen every time she shows up anywhere, but that is the life she is a part of now. And as you can see, of course, they did show her on the broadcast and pointed out during the game.
Now on the staff over at Butler, Caitlin Clark has set the basketball world on fire. We cannot wait.
She's on her phone. She tends to be on her phone quite a bit, which leads to people in the comment section wondering what she's looking at. There was speculation the last time she was at a game, she was looking at the Chiefs score. I think that was a Butler game. Nonetheless, that's a cool feeling for those G League players who are trying to make it into the NBA, right? Like who are doing their best. And I'm sure, it energizes anybody a little bit when you see there are people there to watch you play and people there to support you. And it wasn't like Clark was there for a minute to just make an appearance, wave, and say goodbye. It was even noted on the broadcast that she was there for the entirety of the game, or the vast majority, but I'm assuming the entirety. She got her feet up here, but you can see there's only a few minutes left in the game.
I'm sure Caitlin Clark's been impressed by Cam McGriff's performance tonight. She's been here the whole time.
And if you're one of these Mad Ants players, it looks like they're going to get the dub there. If you're one of them, it's not like you're going to miss her either, considering, like I said, the lack of a packed house. So not a huge deal, not a big story, but just, nice to see Cece continue to support the game, support the local teams, and, be involved with basketball. She is a basketball player, after all.